Tumble, the Story of a Mustang by Wesley Dennis. This is a Marengo Elementary School library book that we purchased at their school open house library sale. It even has a little to-do sheet on how to get rid of the smells of old books. So this is a book that we got last year at the sale. It's got the old, checking out cards. Let's see here. Ooh, stuck. Okay. Anyway, this is how people used to check out books still. We used to put our name. 1982. Wow. 1983. This is how I used to check out books. 1986. Very old. I don't do that anymore. I love the artwork in this book. Yeah, a Mustang is a horse. This was a Marengo school book, but they sold it, so we bought it. Here's Tumble when he was a young horse. Oh, Tumble was a wild horse. Tumble was free. 400 years ago, the Spaniards brought his ancestors to this country on sailing ships. Oh, Dylan, I need you to help me hold the pages. This book is a little difficult. When the Indians first saw the men riding horses, they did not know what they were. They were frightened. Later, they stole many of the Spanish horses. Some of the horses escaped and became free. They were called Mustangs. They roamed the mountains and deserts and great open spaces of our West. Their friends were the elk and the deer and the antelope. See?
And rabbits.
And there's a rabbit too. Their enemies were the mountain lions. They go fast. The freezing wind and snow that covered up the grass. Fire. And man. Because man can be mean sometimes.
Yep.
As time passed, more and more men came. They built corrals. These are the corrals up here. And trapped the wild horses. They broke them to saddle and put them in rodeos. Rodeos are shows in which cowboys ride bucking horses and tie up cattle. They built houses and fenced off the range. Food became scarce.
Which means hard to find.
Hard to find, exactly. Man can be a little inconsiderate, huh? They ruined their natural habitat, huh? Many of the Mustangs died of starvation. Others were captured or killed for food. Only the strong survived. Doesn't this landscape remind you of Idaho?
Yep.
That dark sky.
In North Dakota.
Many years later, Tumble was born in the high country. The herd went there to graze in the spring when the new grass came after the winter's snow. His father was a stallion named Cactus. He was king of the herd. Tumble grew to be big and strong like his father. He learned from his father that it was hard to work to be free. One must always be on guard. That's just true in life in general, huh? Always got to be aware of your surroundings. One day, Tumble forgot to be on guard. Men came with ropes. They lassoed Tumble and dragged him behind a truck. They put him in a corral with a fence he could not see over. Then they roped him and threw him and put a saddle on him. A man got on his back. Tumble bucked and twisted the way he had learned to throw off the mountain lions that attacked him. Oops. But he could not throw the man on his back. He was a cowboy, huh? The man's name was Tex. He put Tumble in the rodeo. Tumble became famous. No horse on the rodeo circuit could buck as high or as long as he. Tex was kind to him, but Tumble could not forget the open range, his friends, the wild deer, the elk, and the antelope. He longed to be free. Poor Tumble.
Be free on the wells with warm though.
Yeah. One day, oops, what happened? One day, Tex took him to a rodeo. He traveled by truck. There was an accident. The truck overturned. The ropes broke. Tumble found himself free. He was sorry to leave Tex, but the instinct to go back to the old herd was too strong to put down. He traveled a long distance over deserts. What's that, Dylan?
Snake, rattlesnake.
Oh, rattlesnake, huh? Look at this sweet horse. Across rivers. I love the artwork in this.
Same.
Up high mountains. Back to the meadows where he had been born. A little bird. He found the herd. His father had died. Tumble became king of the herd. It was his job to find food for the band and water. So Cactus had died, honey. To protect the mare and foals from wild beasts. Oh, I'm trying to hold this while I'm reading. It's hard. Hold on. Okay, there. All right. To lead them to safety, to avoid man, to stay free. That was his spirit. He didn't want to be in a rodeo. He just wanted to be free. The end. I love the artwork.
Oh yeah.
Wesley Dennis made an international name for himself as a painter of horses. He carried on the noble tradition of Charles Russell, Frederick Remington, and Will James. It is indeed an event to have Mr. Dennis both writing and illustrating a story on a subject he loved best, and to which he could give so much power and beauty. Mr. Dennis was born in Boston, Massachusetts, but claimed Cape Cod as his real ancestral home. He started his career as an artist in Boston while working for newspapers there, but became famous for his magnificent drawings and paintings of horses when he entered the children's book field as an illustrator. He was also a portrait painter of great merit. He lived in Warrenton, Virginia, and West Falmouth, Massachusetts. He died unexpectedly a few weeks after finishing this book. Bless his heart. Well, his drawings are beautiful. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
The end.
Hey mommy.